Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It's fantastic to have you here. I hope my voice isn't too croaky for you. Unfortunately, I did wake up with a bit of a sore throat this morning, but I'm going to power on and make a couple of videos today, hopefully, because I'm 18 now. It's quite hard to believe, it's come around so fast. I am now a fully fledged adult though, and I got some wicked presents for my birthday, which I'm really excited to show you. I'm also trying to cut down the length of intros to make them more short and snappy and so that we can get straight into the action. So I won't do too much talking now, also to preserve my throat. I think it's time for another of those awesomely edited tool reveals. Let's have a look at that. Yes, that's right, I've now got a table saw. It's absolutely wicked. It's really good for cutting down the grain of wood, so to cut long, thin pieces very accurately and precisely. It's really loud, it sounds like an industrial machine when it fires up, really powerful, and I'm really grateful to have it. So of course we're going to be using the table saw in today's project. I'm making an early start on the Christmas presents this year, starting with my mum. She's had these gardening tools for as long as I can remember. As you can see, most of the handles are missing, or in quite a poor state, or badly repaired. So my aim is to make new handles for at least most of them, possibly all. Certainly give them all a touch and clean up. And I think for that we're going to use this 2x8 inch oak board. It's a spare from when we built the planter. Click in the top right hand corner of the screen to see that video. And I've never used it, so I think it's just been sat here. This is going to be an ideal use for it. Because I've had good experiences making handles from oak in the past, and being so hard and dense, it's also going to be a monster challenge to throw my new tools in at the deep end with. So without further ado, I hope that was much more snappy and exciting for you. Let's jump right into the video, after of course you've liked and subscribed. Some of you will remember I said that the chop saw was playing up, the switch was being funny and it wouldn't work. Dad and I had a look at it and unfortunately it's beyond repair. Now it's a real shame, especially as it was given to me as a gift by my uncle, as I said, sort of as a freebie to sort of get me going with a really cool tool. But it did mean that I got this new one for my birthday. Again, really grateful to have it. Obviously it's a shame, I would have liked to have had the old one still, because apart from the switch there was nothing wrong with it, but we just couldn't get the switch to work. So we have a new chop saw. It does look very similar, and it's much the same size. It's really cool though, just like the table saw. Really grateful to have it. So we'll put it straight to use on some really dense wood. Well, I do love the smell of oak in the morning. That's so much fun. Both tools are really, really good. Super sharp, they went through the oak like nothing, which I was pleasantly surprised at. And we now have 7 blanks cut. I've made 7 because there's 7 tools, so we have the capacity now to make handles for all of them if we want to. And to be honest, the process of making the handles and fitting them to the tools is going to be much the same for all of them. So in this video, I'll try and show you one, and then we might have another way of showing you some others at another time. Most of these tools had plastic handles, that's why most of them broke, because they went brittle over time. But these two have wooden ones, and I like the shape of them, so I think I'm going to try and replicate something like this shape for these and the other 5. This one I might even remake from scratch. I have some steel, I might be able to make this shape again and then make a wooden handle for it and do a completely new one of these, it being like a weeding tool for in between the cracks in paving slabs. So with these blanks in the vise, I've left them about 1 inch long so that we have something to grip in the vise while we're making them round. I anticipate quite a lot of planing using the drawer knives and probably the rasp to start forming these sort of cone cylinder shapes. And yeah, hopefully it goes alright. I'll probably put you a lot on a time lapse. So let's get on with that. Right, I've been at it for a little while and I've sort of made these rough cylinders. We've got maybe 1/8 of an inch to go the whole way round, 1/4 if I push it over to one side. You might be able to see there, possibly, how much we've got to go to get to the dimension of the thickest part here. Not saying that I'd want it to be exactly the same size as this. We'll get it close and then see how it feels in my hand, because obviously it needs to be comfortable to use. Right, this is where I'm up to. They feel much the same in size. This one might be ever so slightly bigger, but don't forget this is probably going to have shrunk over the years. I'm going to have to be very careful when I drill down through these, but I think we can do it. So yes, that's what I'm going to have a go at now. Top tip when you're drilling stuff, and you need to be very accurate with your depth. Obviously the hole only needs to be as deep as this shaft is long. I've got my drill bit there and I can line up where I need to drill to, and then I'll just put a bit of tape on the drill bit up to that line, and then that's how far I need to go down. Straight. Okay, hopefully, can you see there? We're a little bit off center, but we should have, with a little bit of filing on the inside, hopefully a nice snug fit. Okay, that works. Well, I had to go home and borrow some tools from my dad, as you saw, the saw and there's drill bit and a couple of other things, to see if I could make the shaft here fit, as I was having a bit of difficulty. But this 12mm drill, although with this point and this shape of the drill and the hole being so big already, it was very unstable, it was wobbling all over the place. Do not do that at home. I have managed to get it done, and we now have a fairly snug fit all the way up to where it needs to be. I'm really happy with that. It wants to sit obviously straight in line, which it is. I was thinking about how I'm going to hold these handles onto the tools, maybe doing a hole all the way through the wood, the metal, and then out the other side with a nut and bolt, but obviously I couldn't have a conventional nut and bolt because that would look ugly. It would need to be like a coach bolt with a smooth top, but then I can only do that on one side, I can't have that on the other. Then I thought about riveting it, various other things. I think resin's going to be the best option. I've not actually got any epoxy resin, but I can get some, fill it up with the handles inside, or the tools inside the handles, and then let it go off, and hopefully that should be a nice permanent solution. All that will leave to be done is sanding up the handles nicely and giving them a varnish. Oh, and also touching up the actual tools themselves, remove some rust. I think I'm going to have to slim down a couple of them, whereas this one has been hammered on, so it's mushroomed over, so I'll need to use the grinder to remove that burr before it can be handled. But yeah, overall, that's going really well. Really happy with that. Okay then folks, since you saw me last, I have used the ball peen hammer just to straighten out this tip of the trowel, which was a little bit bent, and I also straightened out some of the other tools which over the years have been abused and bent out of shape, and I've sanded the handle down. So all that's going to be left is to varnish it, which to be honest is just varnishing it, so I'm not really sure as I'll show you that. It's just like painting or anything, it's not very interesting. And fixing the handle to the tool using resin. Now we are going to have to talk though about going forward from here, because obviously for me to finish this project and make all of the handles, all I need to do is just keep on planing the handles out, drilling the holes and making them fit onto the tools, sanding them up, varnishing them, and on and on and on 7 times over. And that's not going to be the most interesting thing for you guys to watch. But at the same time, I also do kind of want to show you bits of it so that you can see how it progresses as we go along and don't just get me starting and then everything suddenly finished. Now this leads me on to a big announcement. Some of you may have noticed that we have now hit 100 subscribers on the channel, which is just amazing, so thank you very much. Especially when I think about how I've uploaded the first video on the channel in October of last year, and I'm currently filming this in September. So in under a year, I think I've uploaded about 25 videos, so almost 2 a month, and reached 100 subscribers. So that's really cool. Thank you ever so much to everybody who subscribed. I hope you're all still enjoying the videos. I know I've learned a lot, and I think you can see if you watch some of the earlier videos and you see the videos now, hopefully that process of the video making has improved a lot too. So to celebrate the milestone, I will probably be making another special episode like I did for 69 subscribers. But I was also trying to think of something new, something else that we could do to celebrate it. I have considered doing a live stream. The pros to that being it's something new, it's something I've wanted to try, and it would give you guys the opportunity to ask me any questions in the chat. Now, the downsides to that, of course, is that while there are 100 of you and that's great, I can only do, a couple of hours of live streaming at most, and I don't know how many of you 100 will be able to see it and get on there and have that many people in the chat asking questions. So it might just be me sat on my own live streaming to nobody. But at the same time, it would also give me an opportunity to work on, say, the other tool handles, and for that to be just something that we're doing casually in the workshop. I'll try and get Matt here, because obviously he's not here today. I'll make sure that he's available to be filming, you know, running the live stream and reading things from the chat, while I am just planing the handles, you know, shaping them up, making sure everything fits, and it will give you a sort of bit of a behind the scenes as well. So maybe a bit of something fun that we could do for the 100 subscriber milestone. So please do let me know in the comments, as I know that in the last few videos no one's really commented in the comment section. Please do leave a comment, let me know, would you like to see a live stream for 100 subscribers? It would be great to get your feedback, and then hopefully we can make it happen. In between filming, editing and uploading this video that I'm filming currently, I will try and gauge a feedback from the comments as to whether or not I will do a live stream, and then off of that, in a future video I will try and either let you know or put at the end in text on the screen the date and time of when I will do the live stream, so that you can sort of put it in your diaries and make sure you don't miss it. Obviously, being there only being 100 of you, how awesome would it be if all 100 subscribers to the Chris Jacobs YouTube channel could be on that live stream, having a conversation with me, asking me questions while I'm literally working on a project as we go. I also might in that live stream, or possibly in a separate video, show you me making a new one of these. I've got up here how I'm going to do it, but it might be a bit too involved for it to be done in the live stream. It might have to be a separate video on its own, so stay tuned for that. And please do stay tuned for the potential live stream, future videos, and anything else that I decide to do. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching the project, watching this video, sorry. If you did, please again like and subscribe, because although we've hit 100 now, and that is absolutely amazing, we want to get more than that. So yes, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching the video. Goodbye.